Good morning and welcome to episode number 290 of Simplifying Live. With me, Shashank, I'm your host and the CEO of Simplifying. Yesterday, I was at a conference here in Toronto, Canada. It was a conference organized by Blake's, a lawyer, a legal firm that deals in airline law and airline finance a lot. And it was a conference about Canadian airline investment atmosphere and growth. It was a lot of good learning for me. Two of the speeches I enjoyed the most was one by the CEO of Air Georgian and the other by the CEO of Air Wasaya. You might have not heard of either of these two airlines. One of them I had not heard of myself until yesterday. They're small airlines in Canada. Air Georgian operates the Air Canada Express brand. They operate a lot of regional jets and regional routes for Air Canada itself, for the main line, including a lot of Sixth Freedom routes. Whereas Wasaya Air, I'm mixing it up, actually operates a lot of remote routes north of Ontario. In the north part of Ontario, it's actually owned, the airline is actually owned by an Inuit community. Very interesting learnings for me, just looking at the structure and how they do things. One of the challenges they face, something that all airlines are facing, is pilot shortage. Talented pilots are in demand. Schools are not producing them as fast as the airlines are able to absorb them globally. And there are two big challenges. One is that a brand new pilot who's trained, who's good, is immediately demanded by global airlines who are able to pay very good perks and take them global. So these small regional airlines often suffer. On the other hand, flight instructors at flying schools are often poached by airlines to fly or to train their pilots, just compounding the whole problem of pilot shortage, because now there are less flying instructors to even train the pilot. So how do these two airlines solve and address this problem? Air Georgian CEO has a very interesting approach. He starts with why. You must have heard the Simon Sinek TED Talk by now. Start with why, then focus on how, and then the what. Almost every company in the world knows what they do. Many know how they do it, but very few know why they do it. He took this philosophy to heart, and he explained how he explains to his pilots why they should be with Air Georgian, which is for a fast career progression onto either mainline Air Canada or to other larger airlines. They know that within 1.5 years the pilots will churn and they have to keep this going. So it's these millennial pilots whom they're hiring. They have to cater for them, for their global ambitions, and for them to have a nice work-life balance that they wish for. And Air Georgian allows for that. They train them, they take good care of them, there's good work-life balance, and they get benefits on Air Canada mainline to travel the world as well. So they create meaning and have a very strong why for the pilots. Wasaya Air, on the other hand, as I said, is Inuit owned and it serves Inuit communities. What they do is even more interesting. They train and hire pilots from the local communities. These pilots, when they fly back to their communities, the CEO shared that they receive a hero's welcome. People come and talk to them, they have coffee with them, they learn about their job. They are so proud that someone from their own community is the one providing air access to them. Someone from their own community is flying, and that's why they stay. These new pilots who are young people from the different Inuit communities, they stay on because they represent their community at this airline. I think with the looming big challenge of pilot shortage globally, airlines need to get creative beyond the pay, beyond the incentives, to really resonate with pilots, to not just attract them, but also keep them. And I thought these two airlines are really thinking outside the box in terms of Air Georgian appealing to the why and creating meaning, and the other airline hiring locals to keep the locals and to encourage talented pilots to fly with the airline. Love to hear your thoughts. Have you either flown any of these? I've flown Air Georgian before. Have you flown any of these? Have you interacted with the pilots? What do you think airlines should do about pilot shortage? I'd love to hear your thoughts on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, or YouTube. Meanwhile, you guys have a fantastic day, and I will catch you tomorrow, 1 p.m. GMT or 9 a.m. Eastern. Till then, have a great one. Bye-bye.